How do you write a cover letter that will land you a job? For every job you apply to, there are hundreds of other people that are applying for that same job. So how do you stand out from the crowd? In this video, I am going to teach you how to write a cover letter and how to make it as brief as possible. And if there's anyone out there that is scared of writing a cover letter, I am here to simplify it for you, to show you how you can write a cover letter in as few sentences as possible. A cover letter is not a big deal to write, but it's very important for your application. So stop sending out applications without a cover letter. I'm going to be sharing tips on how to write a cover letter and the format to write a cover letter as well. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you samples of cover letters for different job roles in different industries. So make sure you watch this video to the end. Hello, my name is Jackie and you're welcome to my channel where I share information that will help you relocate abroad to work, to study, and to live. A big shout out to my subscribers. Thank you for supporting the channel. And if you're seeing my video for the first time, you're welcome. I hope you will like it here. So this video is actually the fourth series on how to land the UK as a care assistant. The first video was about how to become a care assistant with no job experience or no background in health. In that video, I gave a step-by-step process on how to go about it so you land a job in the UK. There were 10 steps that I gave in that video. Then after that, I made another video about how to write your CV, because one of the steps in the first video was writing a CV. So I've done a video on how to write a CV that will land you a job in the UK. And after that, I did another video about how to apply for care assistant jobs in the UK. So there's a video for that as well on my channel. And now this is the fourth one, which is how to write a cover letter. So this video is a bit different. It's not just for healthcare assistants specifically, but I'm doing it generally. So no matter the job role you're applying for, this is going to help you. At the end of this video, I'm going to show samples of cover letters for different job roles in different industries. So please watch the video to the end so you'll see that. So first of all, what is a cover letter? A cover letter is basically a letter of introduction attached to your CV or resume. It is your introduction to a prospective employer. It's also an opportunity to make a great first impression and to showcase why you would make a great hire. So the cover letter is very important. Most times the recruiter or employer will read your cover letter before they even see your CV. So your cover letter could even determine if they're going to read your CV or not. So to anyone that has been wondering who reads cover letters, they don't read cover letters. They do read cover letters. It's very important. I've been a recruiter myself and I do read cover letters. And to be honest, back in the day when I was recruiting, when I see applications that do not have cover letters, I'm like feeling like, okay, are you really serious? Do you really need this job? Does it mean that much to you? If it did, you would have written a cover letter. So it's really important. The first thing I want to say about your cover letter is that you should not repeat your CV in your cover letter. Nobody wants to read two CVs. So make your cover letter where you promote yourself, describe your ambition, and express your enthusiasm for a new role and company in a way that is distinct from your CV. Check out this brief checklist of important functions of a targeted cover letter. A cover letter specifically relates your skills and experience to the job description and requested qualifications. It explains why you would love to have the job in question. It shows you've done research on the company by commenting on its mission or key leadership. It finishes with a call to action that invites the hiring manager to follow up with you regarding the job opportunity. So as you write your cover letter, have these 4 things in mind. The number 2 thing you should note while writing your cover letter is that you should use fewer words. Make it very short. For your CV, I advise that you make it at most 2 pages. And for the cover letter, I'm not going to say 1 page. I'm going to say like half a page. The more brief it is, the quicker you're able to grasp the attention of the recruiter. So here are 3 key things to note. 1. Start with an attention-grabbing introduction that expresses your enthusiasm about the position and the company. If you have a referral, drop their name here. This cover letter is your sales pitch where you address your top skills, accomplishments, and attributes and explain why your qualifications relate to this particular role or company. Finally, restate briefly how you can add value, thank the hiring manager for their consideration, and indicate the next step by saying you'd like to follow up with a call or an interview. So these are 3 powerful things you should consider while writing your cover letter. And the number 3 thing I want to mention is that you should tailor your cover letter to a specific job. You should not use one cover letter for all the job applications you're sending out. No, for every role you apply to, you should have a different cover letter, because you need to be specific and you need to let the recruiter know that you're serious about this job and you've done your homework. The recruiter can tell when it's a copy and paste cover letter, and you don't want to give that vibe. You want to show that you're above average and that you've put in so much into the cover letter. Don't copy and paste a random cover letter you see online. Let me show you an example of what I mean. So I got this cover letter online and it begins with "to whom it may concern." Now that is so outdated. Do not write "to whom it may concern." Personalize your cover letter. Rather use something like "Dear hiring manager," and it will be better if you can even get the name of the hiring manager so you can address it to this person. A little research will get you the name of the person in this position. You can check out the company website or you check them out on LinkedIn. It's really easy to find the names of the persons in these positions. So addressing it to the person is way better than saying "to whom it may concern." That sounds really copy and paste and you don't want to be caught in that. So let me read the rest of this random cover letter I saw online. "To whom it may concern, please find my resume for the position of executive assistant. I am experienced in office administration and have great time management skills. Additionally, I am highly organized and have been successful working in both individual and group settings. I strongly believe that my educational experience, strong work ethic, customer service experience, communication skills, and eagerness to learn will enable me to make a positive contribution to the company." Now that's so basic, it doesn't stand out in any way, it doesn't show you've done any research about the company or even the role. It screams copy and paste. Trust me, recruiters do not like that. And the next tip you want to consider while writing your cover letter is to use keywords from the job description. This is a point I mentioned while writing your CV and it also applies here. You go to the job description as advertised and pick keywords from there to include in your cover letter. Let me show you an example of what I mean. This is for a healthcare assistant at Tip Top Job in England in the United Kingdom. By the way, this is an actual job advert I got from LinkedIn. So if you're looking for a healthcare assistant job in the UK, you can go apply for this job. It has visa sponsorship for overseas workers. So in this job description, they wrote, "For this role, you must have a genuine interest in promoting independence and patient care in order to increase patients' quality of life, showing empathy and a desire to make a difference." So how do you pick keywords from what I just read? What really stands out here is showing genuine interest in promoting independence and patient care. So you can write that you have this genuine interest in promoting independence and patient care. You can write that in your cover letter. Another key phrase there is showing empathy. So include that in your cover letter, and a desire to make a difference. So that's basically an example of how you can get keywords from a job description to include in your cover letter. So you see why you cannot use one cover letter to apply for multiple jobs, because you really need the keywords from the job description to be in your cover letter. Another point is that you can throw in numbers and examples, so you can actually be specific. For example, for a healthcare assistant job, you can mention how you worked in a place where you had to attend to 2,000 patients. Throwing in those numbers is very important, and also you can give examples like, "I am fully aware of the challenges faced by a healthcare assistant having looked after an elderly aunt suffering from dementia." So these numbers and examples help as well. You can throw that in. Some things you shouldn't do in your cover letter is that you should not overshare. Stick to pertinent facts and omit personal details unrelated to your ability to perform the job. Number 2, don't go overboard with self-celebration. Instead of bragging about how you're the world's best UX designer or the marketing superhero, rather you should provide concrete information that conveys value and impact. Do not make demands. Zero in on what you can do for the employer, not what you hope to gain from the company. And don't fail to follow directions. This is very important. Before you upload your letter or hit the send button, reread the job posting to make sure you've done everything the employer asks so you don't raise red flags. And very important, do not forget to proofread your cover letter. How would it be after writing such an amazing cover letter, there are grammatical errors? Read it over and over again to correct spelling mistakes and grammar. You can also give it to a professional to edit it for you as well. Now let me show you a sample cover letter I wrote for the sake of this video. At the top, you're going to have your name, Alice Georgina Ben. Under that, you're going to have your address, your phone number, and your email. Now, remember, your email has to be a professional email. It's best if you can just have your first name, your surname at gmail.com, for example. So if the one you have right now is not a professional one, you can just go open a new one for the sake of sending out these job applications. Okay, so when you have your name and your details there, then you have the date, and then you have about the company. You can write the name of the person if you have the name, and then you write the hiring manager, Heart of Gold Care Home. Then you write their address, and then here you write, Dear Miss Combs. Her name is Miss Sandra Combs, but when you want to write just one name, you pick the surname. So Dear Miss Combs. Remember not to write to whom it may concern. Write Dear Miss Combs, Dear Mr. Adams. Just try to get the person's name. If you don't have the name, you can as well write Dear Hiring Manager. That is still okay. This cover letter is rather long. I'll prefer you make it shorter than this. I made this one a little long so I could touch more issues just to give you examples of what to write. Alright, so to the body of the cover letter, as an individual who is inherently compassionate and has great respect for life, I pose an excellent choice to hire for the role of a healthcare assistant at Heart of Gold Care Home. Providing bedside and ambulation care is my passion. I am eager to work patiently with people who may not be able to handle their most personal needs, such as bathing and toileting on their own. So if you notice, I've written the role being applied for here, which is healthcare assistant, and I have written the name of the company, which is Heart of Gold Care Home. So it is very good to write this in your cover letter. It shows that this cover letter was written specifically for this role, and it's not a generic cover letter you're using to apply for 300 jobs. So ensure you write the role you're applying for and the name of the company in your first paragraph. And then here the skills and what you bring to the table is mentioned. I'm eager to work patiently with people who may not be able to handle their most personal needs, such as bathing and toileting on their own. Now, these are keywords that were picked from a job description. So you look at the job description, pick keywords from there and add to this paragraph. Alright, moving on. I believe that the work of a healthcare assistant is truly rewarding from all aspects. One gets to do what one likes doing, and the reward is pure gratitude. I am fully aware of the challenges faced by a healthcare assistant, having looked after my elderly aunt suffering from dementia. I am somewhat well versed in living up to the emotional and physical demands this work presents, and I am geared up for it. And you end it by saying something like, I would love the opportunity to discuss my skills and experience extensively, as well as learn more about your opening at Heart of Gold Care Home. Thank you for your time and consideration. Sincerely, Alice Ben. So this is simple enough. You can look for ways to make it shorter. So you can use this format to write a cover letter of your own. And for every job you're applying for, you get keywords from the job description to add to the cover letter. So there are three main ways of submitting cover letters. So if you're applying for a job via an email, like you're sending an email application, the cover letter will be the body of the email, while the CV will be an attachment. In that case, you will not need to write your name and contact details on the top of the cover letter, and also the address of the company you're applying to. So in this case, your cover letter will begin from Dear Hiring Manager. That is if you're sending your application as an email. So the second way of sending your cover letter is where you're uploading your CV to a website, for example. And in some cases, you would have where to upload your CV, and then there'll be another box where you can write in your cover letter. So in the same way, your cover letter will be the same way you sent it in your email. It will begin from Dear Hiring Manager, that kind of thing, right? So you upload your CV and then write out your cover letter in a box provided. So now in a case where there is no box provided, you have to attach your CV and your cover letter together. So in the document where you have your CV, you will put your cover letter as the first page. So if your CV is 2 pages, your cover letter will come as page 1, and then you have your CV under. Because you have only one spot to upload your CV, attach your cover letter and your CV to one document. So now I have videos on how to write a CV and how to write a cover letter. My next video is going to be how to find jobs. How to find sponsorship jobs, to be exact. And also watch other videos on my channel. I have videos on how to migrate to different countries for work. I have a video on Australia, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, the UK, Sweden. So many of them. Check out my channel so you can have many options. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, drop a comment, share it with friends and family, and subscribe to my channel so you'll get to be seeing new videos that I post. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. See you in the next one.